This peaceful countryside along the Niagara River was once a battlefield. It was here that most of the battles during the War of 1812 took place. News of the war first arrived here at Fort George.
The legend goes that a mud-splattered messenger came into the fort and presented this rather alarming bit of news to the officers who were dining with the American brothers from Fort Niagara. And once the tumults subsided, the officer who was the commanding officer of the garrison bade everybody sit down and finish their meal in amity, and they drank toasts to President Madison and to King George. The British officers escorted their American counterparts back to their vessels and shook hands and began the war the next day. So very gentlemanly.
And that mutual respect is evident when a modern reenactment of the Battle of Fort George takes place. The fife and drum corps play the music and learn the battle commands of 1812, and the reenactors don their uniforms, practice their drills, clean their muskets, and prepare for battle. The fort was very significant. It was the British headquarters at the beginning of the war, a place where the First Nations people met, and where the Canadian militia were called out.
It saw savage fighting in 1812 during the Battle of Queenston Heights. The Americans opened fire the entire length of the Niagara River, and Fort George was cannonaded, and the guns of Fort George replied and created significant damage to Fort Niagara as well.
General Isaac Brock was killed during the conflict. Initially buried at Brock's Redoubt in Fort George, his remains were later moved to this 200-foot-high monument that looks out over the Niagara River. Another memorial at Queenston Heights celebrates the black militia units who served with distinction. One such unit, Runchy's Corps, also known as the Coloured Artificers, helped to build the fortification at Fort Mississauga. They were organized by Richard Pierpont, a loyalist, a veteran of the American Revolution, and a member of the free black community that lived in Upper Canada.